2 people I'm about to send home. Isaac and Hannah.
What the?
Arriving at my retreat, you have ignored my rules.
I'm really sad about Isaac and Hannah. Did I expect that? Not really, because they were part of the main crew and they were part of the stories that they were telling. But I think maybe they just thought this is enough. We can't keep having Isaac break the girl's heart and move on to the next one and to the next one. And I think maybe the girls was also complaining that we cannot continue to film with Isaac if he's just going to be playing with our emotions. It's not developing, it's not utilizing any of the skills that is gaining in the workshop. So what's the point? So I think this is why the producers decided that it was time for him to go. Anyway, I digress. Hey there, thanks for stopping by. It's your girl Valerie. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, and leave a comment. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Too Hot to Handle, Season 5, Episode 8. Dre is crazy. I think he was so excited. I think all night he could hardly wait to tell everyone in the morning, because as soon as everybody wakes up, he tells them, I broke a rule. I broke a rule. And people are sort of taken aback, and then he ends up saying, I kissed Lindsay, and they understand because he's been trying to save the money since the beginning. And it does make sense. At least somebody kissed him. Because I was worried that he wasn't going to get any sort of experience with anyone in the retreat, because nobody appeared interested in him. So that was good. And I like the way that everyone was receptive of that. Louis is crazy. Because he knows he touched Lindsay's boobs. I don't know why he didn't tell Christine. I don't know how long he thought he could keep it under wraps and not have someone sort of reveal it. So he kept trying to separate Christine and Lindsay. That's a small resort. How long did he think he could push it? I think it's the producers that were pushing, or that were telling him not to say anything. Because Lana then accepts Dre's sort of confession that he broke the rule, and she says, oh, that's fine. And she says, but there are other people in the villa who need to be honest and sort of tell the truth. And obviously it's the fact that Louis hasn't owned up that he touched Lindsay's boobs. And Isaac is crazy. He's still messing around with Hannah, and I don't know how long that will last, whether Hannah will continue to stay with him if she can't get her way. Eventually Lindsay confesses to Courtney that, when we were on our date, Louis was very flirty. I didn't realize how serious he was with Christine, but during the date, he touched my boobs. And Courtney's like, you need to tell Christine that that's what happened, which is the truth though. She needs to tell Christine, because people can't keep hiding it from Christine, because Lana hasn't called people to the cabana, so somebody needs to tell Christine what's going on. And so Lindsay owns up and tells her, if Dre hadn't turned up yesterday, I don't know when we would have stopped, because Louis was very flirty. He touched my boob with this, and she's heartbroken. And it's like, you knew who he was when you matched up with him. You chased him, knowing fully well that he was with Hannah. What did you expect him to do? How long did you expect to keep him? You knew that Louis likes anything with a pulse, so he was bound to misbehave, and that's why you pulled him out of the date, because you had a suspicion, and you were right to go with your suspicion. And then Lana hosts a party, everybody's dressed in costume, they all seem happy. And as expected, Isaac and Hannah want to make out. And it's like, why? Can you people just keep your hands away from each other for a bit? Wait for the green light, and then you can make out as much as you want. Until then, you need to stop. And just before they make out, Lana, calls everybody to the cabana. So in the cabana, Lana obviously deducts the money for the kiss that Dre had with Lindsay, and also she reveals that Louis touched Lindsay's boobs, and that money is deducted, and they're left with 100,000. But because Isaac and Hannah they just weren't there to learn, because they kept trying to repeat the same mistake. All they wanted was physical contact with somebody. And so they were suspended. So they were sent home. And Isaac was already looking forward to, bumping uglies with Hannah. And it's like, that's the reason why you're sent home. Can you not think of something else? What is behind your quest to always want to bump uglies with someone? Make it make sense. One would think that after, such an ultimatum, he would want to change his ways. Everybody else in the resort is very upset, and they're heartbroken because they really liked Isaac. There's no way they were going to send Louis home, because Louis is season 5. So them sending home Isaac makes sense. That way, hopefully, the other cast members can get some airtime. Otherwise, if Isaac continues on the show, all we're going to be hearing is who his next conquest is. And I think the girls crying, especially Yasmin, is the reason why the producers have decided to send him home. Maybe because the first time, um, I think because this was his third relationship, he made Courtney cry when he broke up with her. You had her moaning, and then came Yasmin. And I think now the producers were like, if we keep him here, somebody's going to end up walking off, and we'd rather cut our losses and lose Isaac and continue with whatever stories we have than keep Isaac and then struggle to sort of maintain the rest of the cast. And well, Hannah, I'm not surprised that she was sent home because she was already talking about trying to break the rules. So her and Isaac going home makes sense because they spent most of the money combined next to Louis. So I agree they should have been sent home. Obviously, after the Cabana session, Christine is in her feelings because she's very hurt and very embarrassed that it's been revealed that Louis touched Lindsay's boobs, and everybody now knows in the resort. So when everybody else goes to bed, she's just sat up, still upset and crying, because I think she thought they were building on their connection after the previous workshop, but it seemed Louis had resorted to his old ways. The next day, all the boys go for a workshop, and I think it was very helpful because they were both able to tap into themselves and sort of reveal why they were the way they are, in the sense that Lois said, he's become emotionally detached because of his mom. His mom had cancer when he was young, and so having to deal with that as a child of someone who's very sick and having to sort of overcome that, he's sort of become distant and sort of has learned to sort of lock away his emotions, which made sense. Dre spoke about how he felt when before his glow up, so he struggled with that. And every boy was able to sort of bring up the thing that sort of made them the way that they are, which was nice to see that they're actually learning from these workshops. They're not just going there just for the sake of it. So Dre went and apologized to Lindsay because he said, the reason why he kissed her, he believes, is because he just wanted to be part of the cool kids. He just wanted to participate to see if he could pull someone and if he could kiss someone. And doing that was a boost to his ego. And which is right, though, because he's the only person who hasn't kissed anyone in the resort. So it makes sense that he would want to explore as well and feel what everybody else is feeling. And so that was nice. The girls were sort of chatting because the girls had been anxious before the guys came back because they didn't understand what was going on. And so Elise was saying she missed Alex, but she wasn't going to tell him because she didn't want to, appear clingy, which makes sense to me. I understand that. And then Lewis eventually went and spoke to Christine, and he was right to speak to Christine because they have been through a lot in this resort. Even if they don't work full long term, it's important that he addresses the issues that he has. It's important that he's able to utilize the skills that he's gaining. That way, when he leaves the resort and he goes back into the real world, he is able to function and sort of at a better pace, or he's able to be more productive or more emotionally or connected to people around him. So I really love that for them. Um, I don't know. I'm sad that Isaac has gone home and Hannah's gone home, but it was to be expected. If they had kept them there, they were going to lose the rest of the money. Seriously. There was no argument about that. They were going to lose the rest of the money because they were threatening to sort of break rules. And so Lana had no choice but to send them home. It was a great episode. Thanks, guys, for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye, everyone.